Picture this. It's 1998, I'm 14 years old, and I stumble upon a song that I heard a single time which would elude me for the next 25 years. Let me tell you this story. I was on holiday with my family. We were visiting a friend's place for a barbecue. Actually, thanks to my dad, here's some home video footage from that exact gathering. I remember lounging in their living room on this summery Adelaide afternoon watching CMT, country music television, when I was stopped in my tracks by a particularly mesmerizing piece of music. I vaguely recall the video clip featured two men strumming guitars, silhouetted against the glow of a sugarcane fire late in the evening. And the chorus of the song went something like this. Love is like a cane fire. Your love is like a cane fire at night. Love is like a cane fire. Sugar burning, sugar burning. That chorus etched itself so deeply into my memory, it's refused to fade over the passing years. I didn't catch the name of the band, but I assumed the song was called Cane Fire. It sounded quite reminiscent of Graham Connors, a legendary Australian country musician who I was a fan of, and I figured I'd be able to track down a recording when I got back home to Townsville. It didn't turn out to be as simple as I thought. I searched all the record shops in town, and not a single person knew the song I was talking about. It was still the early days of the internet, and my web searches didn't yield any results either. But I kept positive. I was sure it would show up eventually. Months turned to years, which turned to decades, but my determination remained steadfast. Let me tell you the lengths I've gone to hear this song again. I emailed CMT, to no avail. I've reached out to numerous radio stations and DJs, and nobody knew it. Every couple of years I tried to Google the lyrics in the hope that something would show up, but nothing ever did. I've scoured the streaming services, I've asked for advice on all the social media. Look, I even found this post I made in 2021 on an Australian country music Facebook group. I've tried Twitter, I've tried Reddit, nothing. It was impossible. Until November last year. I was at discogs.com, a database containing information on millions of audio releases. I was researching something or other, but it crossed my mind that I should try searching Discogs for Cane Fire. So I did. It came back with nearly 900 results, which is a hell of a lot to scroll through, so I filtered to Australian recordings. That's better. Down to 36. I browsed through them, and something captured my attention when I got to this one. It was an EP called Distant Rain by a band called STRUM. Clicking onto it, I made the serendipitous discovery that it was released in 1997 and track number 1 was called Cane Fire. This was the first breakthrough I'd had in a quarter of a century. I was one step closer to finding the mysterious origins of this elusive song. I soon realized there's almost nothing recorded on the web about STRUM, aside from this one reference I found at a German website, musicsammler.de. Here I learnt that STRUM had seemingly been featured on a compilation CD called The Big Backyard, and there was also this curious link to countryragepage.com. It was a dead link, but thanks to the Internet Archive, I was able to retrieve an old copy of it. Here we go. How about this for a classic mid-2000s style homepage? And will you look at that? strum.com.au. Another dead link, but again, the Internet Archive had an old copy of it, where I found STRUM's electronic press kit from 2008. Scrolling through here, I see some names: Timo, Rob, Jeff. There's some talk about what they've been described as, and oh, what's this? Perhaps the best analogy is Graham Connors. It sounded quite reminiscent of Graham Connors. Ladies and gentlemen, STRUM was the band I've been looking for. So where to from here? I immediately Googled the first name, Timo Tolvanen, which directed me to this website, Tolvanen Guitars. Look at these beauties. I sent him an email telling him my story and asking if he had anything to do with this enigmatic song called Cane Fire. And a day later, I got a reply. You have indeed found the right person. It was a popular number for STRUM. We exchanged a few emails. He was thrilled that I went to these lengths to try to find him. And he told me he's a solo artist these days going by the name Tim Withano. He tried to find a copy of the CD for me, but he wasn't able to track one down. He said he must have sold out. I may not have heard the song yet, but at least I knew for certain what to look for. Thanks to Timo's confirmation, a quick search on eBay yielded this result: a signed copy of the Distant Rain CD, which I ordered straight away. Now, let me show you what it was like playing this song for the first time in 25 years. With permission from Timo, I'll play you a couple of short snippets from the recording as well, including the chorus. Check it out. After 2.5 decades, today is the day I finally received this CD in the mail. So let's open it up and give it a spin. And there we are. STRUM, Distant Rain. And it's signed as well. It says, all the best, Rob Bunt. Cheers, Timo. And here we are, the lyrics to Cane Fire. I really can't wait to listen to this song. And there we go, it even came up on Apple Music, recognizing it as Distant Rain by STRUM. So after all these years, I'm finally going to listen to this song. Here we go. Beautiful harmonica.
I had my chances, but I turned my back on them all. But I don't mind the pain anymore.
Here's the chorus.
I'm staring at the cane fires, staring at the cane fire lights. Something about cane fire.
That's it.
The sweet smell of sugar burning in the night.
Wow. 25 years it's taken me to hear that chorus again. Wow.
See the mist in the horizon,
Burning like cane fire.
the sweet smell of sugar burning in the night. I had my chances, but I turned my back on them all.
It's exactly as I remember. That chorus is exactly as I remember. My God, I cannot explain how great that feels to hear that song after so long. I never thought this day would come. I'm gonna sleep happy tonight, that's for sure. So that's the tale of my quarter-century quest to find this song. Let the moral of this story simply be to never give up on your search, whatever it may be that you're searching for. Thanks a lot to Timo, and I want to point out that he has a few tunes available to listen to on Spotify and YouTube, so please do yourself a favor and follow him there. I'll add links to his socials in the description below. Not only that, but he mentioned he's been working with fellow STRUM member Rob Bunt recently, and there's a small chance they may even consider reactivating the band at some stage, so let's cross our fingers for that. And thank you for listening to this story. If this resonated with you in any way, I invite you to hit the like button, subscribe to follow my adventures and hear more stories like this, and also leave a comment if you've ever gone through a similar search for a song before. As this journey draws to a close, let's revisit that unforgettable chorus one more time, set against the backdrop of a North Queensland cane fire, captured by my friend Daimon.
Now love is like cane fire. Love is like cane fire lights, burning like cane fire. The sweet smell of sugar burning, sugar burning, sugar burning, cane fire. Love is like cane fire lights, burning like cane fire. Sugar burning in the night. I had my chances, but I turned my back on them all.